It happened in a well-known restaurant, famous not just for its mouth-watering dishes but also for its top-notch service. Among the staff was a young waiter named Igor, who had already built a solid reputation as a responsible and friendly employee after working there for several months. One evening, during the restaurant's busiest hours, an elderly woman named Galina entered with her husband. They ordered several dishes, and everything seemed perfectly normal. But then, in the middle of their quiet conversation, Galina suddenly began coughing and choking. The waiters noticed immediately, and Igor, without a second thought, sprang into action. Rushing to her side, he saw the distress on her face and knew she needed urgent help. Acting fast, he placed his hands on her shoulders, urged the other guests not to panic, and performed several life-saving maneuvers with determination and care. Moments later, Galina finally caught her breath, gasping but safe. She sat back, regaining her senses, gratitude shining in her eyes as she thanked Igor for saving her life. However, while Igor was busy saving Galina, the restaurant administrator, Pavel, entered the hall. Pavel was infamous for his strict discipline and obsession with maintaining order at all costs. When he noticed Igor by Galina's side, his face initially showed relief. But as he processed the situation further, his expression shifted, cold, stern, unyielding. "What do you think you're doing?" Pavel barked, glaring at Igor. "Abandoning your duties like this? Leaving clients unattended just to interfere in someone else's problems? This is a restaurant, not a hospital." Igor, still catching his breath, looked at Pavel in disbelief. How could saving a life be a mistake? Wasn't helping others the right thing to do, no matter the setting? But Pavel clearly didn't see it that way. Meanwhile, Galina had fully recovered, still seated, visibly shaken but grateful. Before she could thank Igor again, she noticed a pair of stern figures standing nearby. One of them stepped closer. He was a tall, serious-looking man who had been silently watching everything unfold. Turning toward Pavel, he spoke with a commanding presence. "Pavel, I'm not sure if you realize who you're speaking to, but allow me to clarify. This is my wife. I am the owner of this establishment." Pavel's face drained of color. Shocked, he tried to speak, but the restaurant owner wasn't finished. "I watched everything from the moment she choked. And let me tell you what I saw. Igor, he acted with courage. He saved my wife's life without a second of hesitation, while you stood there lecturing about duties and order instead of helping. This is unacceptable behavior." Pavel stammered, his face pale, realizing the gravity of his mistake. Galina, now fully recovered, smiled warmly at Igor and said with heartfelt sincerity, "You didn't just save my life. You reminded me why kindness matters. I'm proud someone like you works in this restaurant, and this bravery? It must be rewarded." Her husband nodded firmly, then looked Igor straight in the eyes, his voice filled with gratitude. "Young man, today you proved what true responsibility looks like. Starting tomorrow, you will be the new restaurant administrator. And as for you, Pavel," he said, turning to the disgraced manager, "consider yourself fired." Igor's heart swelled with pride and disbelief. He had simply done what felt right, yet here he was, recognized and honored for his actions. Pavel, his face tight with anger and regret, remained silent, knowing it was too late. He had lost the power of kindness and true responsibility. From that day forward, Igor led the restaurant with compassion and care, earning both respect and admiration from staff and guests alike. Because, in the end, kindness and empathy, they always win. What a powerful story. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. So many more inspiring stories are coming your way.